Once again, we're on the road. We just left Red Deer, Alberta, and I just realized that I forgot to do an update from there. So that's where we are. We just left Red Deer. We're traveling down Highway 2 southbound to Olds, Alberta, and we're going to make a left turn there, and we're going to go to some other place. We're going to check out a giant golf tee. Head to a giant golf tee specifically for Gilles, my Prince Edward Island friend there. He's a big golf fanatic, so I'm going to check out a giant golf tee just for Gilles. And after that, we're going to be heading into Drumheller, and we're going to check out a big Tyrannosaurus, and then we're going to be checking out the Badlands in Dinosaur Provincial Park. So, stay tuned and continue following me down the highway. My mind's a scatter now, so just bear with me until we get to Drumheller, I guess, or the giant golf tee. And folks, we are in Trochu, Alberta, and we're getting way out there. You can see behind me how desolate this place is. We're getting into the oil sections and whatnot. I don't know if you can see that thing way out in the distance there. The zoom never works. Okay, but we're in Trochu, and this is the home of a giant golf tee. So we're gonna venture down, and this one's for Gilles on PEI because he loves his golf. Here's a question for Gilles. Gilles, do you think you'd be able to hit the golf ball off of this bad boy right here? That might be a little bit tricky, huh? That is one big golf tee. I wonder if it says how high this thing is. No, just a donation plaque. Water hazard. And we're just walking away from the giant golf tee right now, and we're going to be leaving Trochu and heading on to Drumheller, Alberta. We're going to see a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex. That was awful, wasn't it? Greetings from Drumheller, Alberta. We've arrived, folks. Dinosaur Central. You can see out here the landscape has changed again. We're no longer looking at the endless prairies, but now we've got these big rock cliffs, and it's pretty barren. The guidebook described it as moon-like. And the funny thing about Drumheller, Alberta is there's like mini dinosaur statues all over the town, or the city, whatever you call it. They've got these painted dinosaur statues on like every corner because Drumheller, I guess, is known as Dinosaur Central. And just down the road is the world's largest Tyrannosaurus Rex. And apparently you can go right up inside of it, up to the mouth, and you can look at the mouth area there. So that's where we're heading in just a minute. It's just down the road there. So the next thing you see will be the giant Tyrannosaurus Rex, the world's largest. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the world's largest Tyrannosaurus Rex. And it's funny, you can actually see it from the other side of town as you're driving here. It's a whole lot bigger than I thought it would be. And I'll bring you around to show it to you. I don't even think the video does the size justice though. You can head right up into the mouth there. And I think it costs $3 to get up there, but you know what? I'm going to spring for it because I might not have this opportunity again. So it's going to be $3 well spent. So let's head up inside the world's largest Tyrannosaurus Rex. Well, Dinosaur Provincial Park had to wait for another day because it was getting too late at night. I had to start finding a campground before the sun went down, and so I could set up my tent and get a fire going by daylight still, because the last time I tried to do it at night, I woke up with a dead battery in the morning because I used my truck headlights. So lesson learned, and I try to get everything set up before sunset these days. Anyway, I'm in Brooks, Alberta, in a park called Tilbrook Park, and that's where I'm camping tonight. As you can see, I just got my fire going. I've discovered, or I've noticed that in Alberta, and in Saskatchewan actually, the fire pits are a little bit unusual. They seem to give you these mailbox type fire pits that you know, keep the fires above the ground, I guess, to protect the grass and whatnot, and to prevent any fires. And the problem with that is that you really can't seem to get a decent fire going. The one last night was especially bad. It was kind of one of those mailbox deals, and they only gave you enough space to put in like a couple of small logs or one big log at a time, and it was really hard to keep anything decent going. You know, once you get above the hot coals on the bottom, there's not much space to stack stuff up on. So I'm thinking my friend Dar from Prince Edward Island, she's gonna have to come out here and show these Albertans how to do a really good fire, because she became known among our circle of friends for really getting a good fire going. She would often pile in like 10 logs at a time and just build gigantic fires. And the joke became that if Dar was coming to the cottage, we better have double the campfire wood. So Dar, this one's for you. We need you out here in Alberta to show them how to get a good fire going, because these mailbox fire pits just aren't cutting it. Luckily tonight I've got a traditional fire pit, you know, one of the rings there, so I can get something decent built up. But other than that, I'm thinking we need you out here, Dar. Anyway, until tomorrow, I'm shutting her down, and we'll do Dinosaur Provincial Park come the morning. All right, good night, folks.
And ladies and gentlemen, it is day 14. 2 weeks. Officially hit the 2-week mark of being on the road. And I'm in Tillybrook, I want to say. I forget the name of it again. These campgrounds all meshed together. Tillybrook Campground, if I remember correctly. And we're just about ready to hit the road for Dinosaur Provincial Park. Today we're going to be doing Dinosaur Provincial Park, obviously, and then hopefully driving right down to the Montana border to see Writing on Stone Provincial Park, where we're going to see the hoodoos. And from there, depending on if there's time or not, I'm going to be heading to Crow's Nest Pass, which is just in on the BC border, I guess. It's actually in BC. So we might be crossing briefly into the next province, but who knows. And if there's not time, we'll be heading to Calgary, where I'll be crashing with my cousin Garrett tonight. So that's the plan for today. Just getting ready to leave the park right now, and next time you get an update, we'll be in Dinosaur Provincial Park. Okay, we have arrived at Dinosaur Provincial Park, and ignore the hair in the face because I just can't keep it out of my face. It's pretty windy in here. Anyway, got an awesome view here as I've been walking down the little trail, and I'll just bring you around once again to show you Dinosaur Provincial Park. I swear I'm on Mars. Look at that view. So somewhere down here is the Badlands Interpretive Trail, and that's the trail I think I'm going to be touring today, if I can manage to find it. We've reached the Badlands Trail, and we're just going to be taking a hike right through there. Let's show you a little bit more of the landscape before we head out. Again, it's very Mars-like, or Moon-like. Alright then, let's head into the Badlands Trail. Oh, and look at this. For your safety, look, we're in rattlesnake country. Cactus, scorpions, black widows. So we're gonna have to be extra careful on this trail, folks. Remember I was telling you about the hoodoos in Writing on Stone Park? Well, there's some hoodoos in this park as well. And what a hoodoo is, it's kind of a natural rock formation left by erosion, and it's kind of like this rock pillar with a cap on the top. And I guess it's made of sandstone. So those are the hoodoos there. But in Writing on Stone Provincial Park, there's a lot more of them. So you'll have to wait and see the hoodoos in Writing on Stone when we get there. But here's a little taste for you right now in Dinosaur Provincial Park on the Badlands Trail.
on top of the world right now. I just made that treacherous climb up that big steep side of the rock there, and I've made it to the top. Can't get any higher than this. It's a very tricky climb because I'll show you here. This is the dirt that you're climbing up right here. This dirt is very loose, and it just you know, you're walking on it and your shoes just slip out from underneath you. It's like trying to walk up on ice. So that was the climb up that very steep side there, and it's very tough to get up here, but we made it. We're on top of the world. Woo! Well, after a hike like that, I think I've deserved this refreshing beverage. So I'm going to rest on this bench for just a few minutes, and then we're heading down south to Writing on Stone Provincial Park. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not paying enough attention. Look at this. Oh! Missed it by 8 kilometers. But that's 9,000, and no doubt we're going to be putting 10,000 on before the end of the trip. Probably a lot more than that. So 10,000 is going to be the big one. So we got to be on the ball. We got to be on the ball. We can't miss another milestone, especially not the 10,000. So we're going to catch up in Writing on Stone Provincial Park, which is where we're heading. I'm here in Taber, Alberta right now. Just stopped for a little bit on my way to Writing on Stone Provincial Park, and we've got another big site right now. This one's a little bit unusual, and it's not even really a landmark. I think it's just kind of a display outside of a tire shop. But I'll take you outside. We've got a big, beautiful woman right here, representing Kirk's. Oh, and you know it has to be done too. I don't know if there's anything up there. Anyway, we're going on to Writing on Stone. We're just gonna stop for a bite to eat in here in Taber first, though, and we'll catch up later on. Okay, guys, we're still on our way to Writing on Stone, and I've just pulled over out in the middle of the prairies here because we're seeing a cool sight, and I'm gonna have to shut off the video for just a second so I can zoom in, because if I do it as I'm filming it, it always turns out blurry. But I'll be back in just a quick cut. Okay, I don't even know if you can really see on the camera right now. I don't know if it zooms in far enough or if it's picking up anything, because it's really faint, but out in the distance there, don't know if you can see it, but I'm starting to see something rocky and something mountainous. I won't tell you what it is yet, but I think you could probably take a guess. Again, it's very, very faint. But we're getting out to the Rocky Mountains, folks, and it won't be long now until you get a really good view of them. And we're just venturing down the pathway here, down to the hoodoos.